If you really want to grow your YouTube channel in the next 365 days, make sure you watch this entire video because it's going to tell you some very clear information about exactly what it is that you need to do. And we're starting right now with my friend Matt from Little Monster Media Company. Matt, take it away.
Thanks, Nick. When we think about growing a YouTube channel here at Little Monster, the very first thing that we think about is programming strategy. Basically, what you're choosing to put up on your channel. And there's a few different ways that we think about it. First and foremost, we think about format. And what we think about here is how is the video structured? Is it a listicle? Is it an explainer? Or do you do commentary videos? And oftentimes we find channels that upload content in an array of different formats and hybrid formats. But if you really want to grow in 2021, you gotta narrow that down. The way you make this decision is by understanding what's resonating most with your audience. And the simplest way to look at this is to look at how your videos across each different format do on average. In 2019 and 2020, Little Monster did a few reaction videos. We did some deep dives with different creators. And we even did some commentary videos. The next big thing from a programming standpoint you want to look at is the style of video. At Little Monster, we made a few different styles of video. The kind of higher produced where I'm bouncing around a room, and this type of style where it's a bit more conversational and I'm just hanging out talking to you. But the majority of our content was the explainer videos, and those videos on average outperform everything else we do. We're about 6 or 7 videos into this new style. I certainly like it. I hope you guys do. We want to do at least about another dozen or two more before we're ready to sit down and do the analysis and say, okay, which style is the one that we really want to go with? Other things you want to look at here are stylistic elements. Like, do you use motion graphics? Is there something that you can punch up there? Or do you cut away to handheld stuff? Is there a particular segment that people really like based on your retention graphs or just seeing it in the comments? Now, a lot of creators have an established format or style and it's what they're comfortable doing, so they just stick with that, which really leads to kind of the third big programming choice that every creator has to make every time they want to make a video, which is what to make a video about. And there are a lot of ways to make really intelligent decisions here, as well as some tools that'll help you do that. First and foremost is TubeBuddy's Click Magnet tool. I made a whole video on how to use Click Magnet, which we'll link in the description or what have you. But what this tool allows you to do is really see which videos are driving the most viewership for you. It's also going to give you a lot of insight into which thumbnail design and even best words to use in your titles to help you drive more viewership. Because what this tool is trying to do is say your audience is most interested in this set of things. Another thing that can be really helpful in making a decision as to what video you should make is your own search traffic. If you go to YouTube Studio, click See More, go to Traffic Sources, and then click YouTube Search, it's going to give you a list of terms that drive viewership to you from YouTube Search. And yeah, you might see some that you feel like you've done to death that there's no reason to make another video on, but be creative here. Is there another way to think about it? Is there another way to phrase the video that you made and something you want to add to it? Or maybe you want to make a follow-up video to that, which is a great way to drive traffic kind of across your channel and extend that session. The third way is probably the coolest new thing in YouTube Studio this year, which is other videos your audience is watching. This unit will show you what other videos your audience has most watched over the last 7 days. This can act as inspiration, or maybe you want to make your own version of one of those videos. Regardless, it's phenomenal insight into what your audience is interested in watching. This is also a great place to see what channels your audience is watching. Try going to some of those channels and see which programming recently has worked best for them. Is there a version of one of their videos that you think you have a unique or interesting take on or can add to? Because with all of this, what we're essentially trying to do is find out what the largest amount of our audience is most interested in watching overall. What kind of thumbnails are they most likely to click on? What kind of titles are they most interested in watching videos about? Because when we know this, we can lean into the largest segment of our audience. And when you make content that the largest section of your audience is interested in watching, that means that video is going to get more views upon initial upload. Because from the moment a video goes out, YouTube is taking that data in and analyzing it and trying to find other audiences that would be interested in watching this video. And with that large data set that you got because you were able to program to your largest segment of audience, they're gonna have a very large number of watch histories from individual viewers to go out and find more individual viewers like that. It works like this. Let's say 1,000 people watched a Little Monster video in its first day of release, which would be pretty good for us. This means that there's 1,000 1,000 different watch histories that YouTube can look at and say, let's find other people with similar watch histories and share it with them, and so on and so forth as it expands your audience. Conversely, if we only had a couple hundred people watch that video when it first went up on its first day, YouTube only has a couple hundred watch histories to match with other viewers on the platform and put our video in front of. This means the potential growth for that video is much slower. What could also happen in this instance is that YouTube sees that lower click-through rate, they see that lower audience engagement, which essentially equates to lower satisfaction, and serves your video to less people. Because look at it through YouTube's eyes. If you can't even satisfy the people that have already indicated an interest in your content with that new video, why should they expand the audience for that video? Another way to think about it would be, imagine you're binge watching The Office and Netflix just decides to play an episode of 30 Rock. Sure, there's gonna be a fair number of people that are interested in watching 30 Rock. However, there's also gonna be a large percentage that wouldn't, and they click away from 30 Rock. This is essentially what happens when someone releases a video to their core audience and a large swath of them don't click on it. It was a poor programming choice for the audience they have access to. But that doesn't mean every video should be the same. You want to focus on being dependable, providing the audience with a general format, style, personality, and topics of interest to them, but not being predictable. If you basically do the same video each time, the audience is going to get bored and they're just not going to click on your next one. So we need to stay fresh by programming to that audience content that they want to watch that is relevant to them right now. Which, hey, that's why we made this video. What you do now will impact your channel in the coming weeks, months, and potentially even years. So spend this time now figuring out exactly what it is your audience wants to watch so that you can grow in 2021.
To learn even more about growing your YouTube channel, click into this playlist right here, right now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.